Hi guys, welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Happy holiday. I know it's a federal holiday today, Juneteenth. And with that being said, I'm going to do a little bonus video as far as not really call it connecting the dots, but maybe you can connect the dots. I know everyone's cruising on Twitter today. Everyone's reading it, hanging out, and I read a tweet and it triggered my brain, and it's right here. It's Bill Pulte, who I had the pleasure of interviewing 2 weeks ago. He writes, some CEOs are as corrupt as the short sellers. And that right there triggered my brain. I said, oh, hell no. Listen, guys, it's more than just short sellers. And I'm with you, Bill. We're all tracking that way, but let's talk about it in different contexts. Like, I see it as in planting CEOs onto companies ruins it, right? And I'll explain how it all works. But first, let's go ahead and my own track record. I've had the pleasure of working with numerous CEOs that just happen to be good guys that started the business from the ground up. Well, I've worked for Jim Senegal. I've worked for Craig Jelnick. Both employees started the company, grinded their way through it, and now they are sitting CEOs. Now, when I look at the current companies like AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, Mullen Automotive, GNS, you can talk about these numerous CEOs, all these people out there, where they get put onto something and then they fake it till they don't make it. So let's just talk about AMC first. Adam Aaron comes in. He actually works for Apollo. He comes over to AMC that was formerly owned by Apollo. But if you know how it works, they leverage out the debt. They have all the influence, even with partners with Silver Lake and how that works out. Everything's set up for failure for a reason. It's on purpose. Because if you were a CEO and you don't know anything about the industry, you don't know movie theaters, you don't know the industry, you know nothing. How is it you come in and within your first year, you manage to buy $2.5 billion more debt than the $2 billion already on the books? You're willing to go this far in. You're willing to take on and buy 800 movie theaters and then just say, yeah, this is what we do. This is how you run business. Now, it's a CEO that's put there to do these things, to manipulate and destroy from within. But I've seen this happen. I've seen exactly what private equity has done to numerous companies. And they've been doing it ever since the invention of the high yield bond, a junk bond. And they knew how to leverage people and how to do it this way. So if you look at current companies today, when people saw Sue Gove go into Bed Bath & Beyond, and you're like, okay, she's been there for 4 years. She just got named the CEO, but she's been there for 4 years. Steering them in the wrong direction on purpose? Absolutely. There's no way that they're not, because they have no industry knowledge as how to run a brick and mortar retail company. Oh, no. She comes from the world of being a CFO at a jewelry store that was owned by Apollo, literally. And every single CEO that ever worked at Zales has been rehired in a retail company that has gone bankrupt. Every single one. You have the current one, and it's Signet Jewelers. I'm so sorry, she's the CEO now. And what is she on? The board of directors at Foot Locker. So when you look at Foot Locker, you look at all these retail companies that are made to lose money. Right now, you're looking at Kohl's, same way. Michelle Gass left Kohl's, CEO. She fought off private equity till the end, and she couldn't take it. Now you have Thomas Kingsbury, and what's he doing? Taking a $1.5 billion bond, all right? The first month into work. Yeah, that's how you do it, Thomas. You know it. The guy's 70-something years old. He won't be around long enough to pay off that bond, but he doesn't care because it's not about you. It's not about the shareholder. It's about private equity. So yes, are they in bed with the shorters? It's so easy to make a bet on the short. It's so easy to hold the bonds and go through it all and put manipulation on it. Right now, you're looking at Carvana, where 90% of their bonds are owned by two private equity firms, which is Apollo and PEMCO. So you guys got to miss me with this. Everyone's here to do the right thing for their company. These CEOs are not doing that. Roger James Hamilton at GNS, this individual here is a fake. He's out here telling you he wants to fight short sellers. Really? You think so? He's cashing in on it. He's cashing in on you guys buying the shares. And then they offer them to the public. The minute it hits Reddit or the minute it hits Twitter, it's too late. You have this machine of bots that just start pumping out something. I got a new one in my comments just yesterday. Some Winn-Dixie platform. I have no idea what the hell it is. I'll go ahead and look at it again just because 3 people start talking about it out of nowhere. And I'm like, what is this? Who's pushing this narrative? Happens all the time, guys. You look at all the CEOs that you've had to deal with. David Mitchery, are you guys kidding? I bought an EV company because I like things that go fast. When I was young, I used to own Micro Machines. Is this kid serious? Yeah, he's serious. He's seriously rich, making $40 million a year when his inventory is $6 million. Like, they're not real companies. They're not real investments. They don't really have a plan. Allegedly, there you go. I'm trying to cover myself legally because my goodness, these people are ridiculous. Everyone's making money out here, hand over fist. But remember, if they've ever failed at a company before and they come to yours, the hell? I'm tired of hiring people who don't know what the hell they're doing. How about I hire the guy who knows what he's doing? The guy who puts his money, his own personal savings, where his mouth is. That's what I'm following. But you CEOs, no way. No way. You can go down the list, guys. We've talked about all of the CEOs, all the private equity firms that just are doing exactly this: planting seeds, maximizing value, and exiting. But the maximizing value part is not for current shareholders. That's what you have to remember. So when you're losing your money, you're losing your investments, and you can't figure it out, go look at the board of directors, and you'll see exactly what it is. Hey, Bill Pulte, you're on the right path here. But the point is, it's more than just short sellers. It's manipulation from within via private equity. Lock that in. Let me know who wants to go on to fight against private equity. I'm the first one in line right there with Badass Trader and anyone else. But I promise you, I'm at the front of the line. I want it all. Let me know, Apollo. Let me know exactly what you're doing. Ares, Pegasus, all of them. These are not just made up names either. They're not just made up, Greek mythology names. No, these are real ass companies out here that are just robbing America, destroying it from within. And ever since the invention of this high yield bond and this pressure they do via leverage buyouts on the publicly traded companies, this is what has helped accelerate the ruining of this country. And all they've done is just push it out. You go look at what happened with Caesars. You look at what happened Chuck E. Cheese, Blockbuster, Toys R Us, and you think it's just industry changes? No, it's when they see it, they pounce, they take, and this is what they do. So industries are changing. Movie theaters, you're going to find out they're not making any money. Every tweet I see from Adam Aron that says we just had record-breaking concessions, it's price per what? Per person, per patron? How is that great? That's not great. That means you're charging more for everything because you're keeping pace with inflation. I get it. But I tell you what, your foot traffic's not more. You're down by at least 30% just this year alone. All the movies in the world can come out, guys. All the headlines in the world can come out. You could even have a good quarter, but you got a poor business. And that's across the board. Retail, category killers, no different. I can do this all damn day. We can keep going on about it, and you can see every CEO, and you can name them all the board of directors that are making poor decisions or bad decisions. How about the hedge funds that all jump, quote unquote, jump onto a company just to carve out the pieces and take what they can? They're the raptors of the damn stock market. And you guys got to know that. They're going to eat you alive. Bed Bath & Beyond found this out the hard way, and they're in pure denial right now. AMC, give it another year or two. You'll see exactly what happens. You'll see how this all unfolds and how the banks are going to rob you and in partnership with private equity. But hey, I'm just the guy who owns GameStop. Yep, there it is. Well, so Bill, thank you for waking up with me, and thank you for saying that they're aligned with short sellers. But I tell you, just because one deal that putting spotlight on it with the Antara deal, that's nothing. That's peanuts, man. That's $1 billion. These guys make $30 billion on a deal easy whenever they can. Go look at Caesars. Well, we'll look at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're doing it right now. Everybody's in. Everybody has their hand in the cookie jar. Oh, there's only so many hands that fit. Peace.